Hello and welcome. My name is Maria Jones. I'm really excited to be here with you today to talk to you about workshops. So, some of the questions that I've been asked over the years is what works really effectively? How do I get people to turn up? And how do I create that momentum? And where do I hold them? And do I charge or not charge? So, the best way that I have found for people to turn up to workshops is through the invitation. Now, we've got so many different ways we can advertise our workshops. I have found the most effective is through a phone conversation or a conversation face to face. Text messaging, Facebook, emailing, they do work, but nowhere near with the same kind of results as a face to face or a phone conversation. There is a formula when you're having your conversation, and this is with your warm market. With your cold market, you've got to get to know the person first and build a rapport up to find out what they're interested in, because otherwise you're not going to know whether they're even interested in the topic that you're running, and you also want to build a rapport and have a great relationship with the person. So it's the foundation of our Young Living business, is having good relationships with the people in our teams. So, with your warm market, the formula is this. When you call that person or talk to that person, the reason why first, and then the rest of your normal catch-up conversation. So it would be something like this. Hey, how you doing? You've popped into my mind a lot lately. I'm running a workshop on the Savvy Makeup, and last conversation you spoke about how you really wanted to find out what the best foundation color match is for you. This is when I'm running it. Let me know if you're able to make it. That's it. Now, then I'll lead into the rest of the conversation, finding out how they're doing, how their kids are, and so forth. That way of inviting someone also comes across as the most authentic way of inviting them. When you do it the other way around, have the conversation and find out about their kids and their life and then the invite, it can come across as though you're ringing with a hidden agenda, and you may not get the same results. Now, you've got to rinse and repeat that formula over and over and over again. When you're running workshops, and if you're running them consistently, you never ever stop repeating this formula. The other thing to keep in mind is no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no for right now. Next time you invite them, they may say yes. So don't be too don't get too deterred by people not turning up or by people saying no to you. You've no idea how many no's I've had over the years. I've had far more no's than I've had yeses, and you're not going to know unless you ask that person. You're not going to know. And if you want, let's say you want 10 people to turn up to your workshop, you've got to invite 20. That's normally how the stats work with any event. So that's how you invite someone to a workshop. Now, it's also to keep the momentum up around the workshop. So you invite them, and if you invite them too far in advance, you've just got to send them another message or just ring them, just to say, can't wait to see you, on Tuesday at a workshop, and just keep the momentum running. And why would that person want to turn up? Please make sure it's in a topic or an interest that they have, that you're inviting them along. Now, where would you run the workshop? There are so many venues that's available. You have venues at your local cafe. A lot of cafes are happy to open after hours, and they're also, some do put a small charge to be able to cover their costs with their staff. Some don't charge at all. You've also got your community centres, you've got your library. If you get stuck with the venue, either Google it or go to your Facebook community and say, I'm looking at running a workshop, who has some venues that they may want to suggest, and you have lots and lots of suggestions. Do you charge or not charge? That's totally up to you. Now, if you want it to be duplicatable, charging is a great way to begin, and it's just a small cost just to cover your costs, And also when you charge, the stats are far more high that someone will turn up to the event to when you don't charge. Make sure that whatever you do is duplicatable. Please don't do something that you know your team's going to feel that they can't repeat that themselves easily and effortlessly. I wish someone had shared that with me at the beginning. Oh my God. I had like really amazing venues, you know, PowerPoint, really professional. That just was not duplicatable. Many people would be inspired to do the business but feel they could never ever do that, so then they would never do it. It was counterproductive, because you want to be in a position where you're inspiring your team that they can go and do that easily themselves. I also run 2 different workshops. The product and the business is separate, because not everyone's going to be interested in the business. Some people just want to use the products for themselves. We know that some people have worked out how to get their oils for free, and some people, you know, Young Living has rocked their world, they want to go and share it with the world, have worked out how they can, you know, travel with a company for free and get paid in the process. You know, so we have all different, you know, varieties of people that are in our organization. It's just being in a position where you're listening, really taking notice to what they're saying, and running workshops that meet their needs. Time is also something that I have found to be really effective in having effective workshops. If I ran workshops I ran it too long, people wouldn't come again. So I keep my workshops down to an hour. There's also social time afterwards, but an hour. The formula is very simple. Our seed to seal. We have in our company what no other company has in any other organization is our seed to seal. I always talk about our seed to seal to begin with and then lead into the topic. I really enjoy having other team members talk as well, because it really creates a different atmosphere, and we all respond differently when people talk about a similar topic and share their stories. Workshops are easy, they're fun, and it's a great way to start the business rolling, you know, and keep the momentum up. Please don't be deterred if you start doing them and you have a small number to begin with. We always have to start off somewhere first. But my best advice is to be consistent with it, as consistent as you can. I hope you're having a really good day so far, whenever you're listening to it, even if it's in the evening, in the morning, or the afternoon. A really big thank you and shout out to Kristen Todd, and also to Janice and to Bryony for running this event, and all the other Young Living staff that are participating in this. We are with such an amazing company. I just feel really honoured to be part of this and to share this little piece of information. I really hope you've been able to take something away with this. Thank you.